Hello and welcome to this edition of Intelligent Video Today. I'm your host, Steve Vonderhaar from Intelvid Research, and joining us on the show today is Cary Bran, Interim Chief Product Officer over at PitchHub. Welcome, Cary.
Well, hey, it's great to be here. Thank you for having us. And yeah, just a privilege. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about PitchHub. How long have you folks been around, and how is PitchHub positioning itself these days?
Yeah, absolutely. So PitchHub started in around 2018, and it's evolved a bit. But the initial idea of the company when it first came out was a think of like when we do business to business, we create RFPs. The premise of and the genesis of PitchHub was actually like video RFPs. So actually creating your pitch to actually go out to companies. In 2018, user adoption of video technologies was not as high as it is today, obviously with the pandemic that we're coming out of. But they created a lot of tools for doing production of great quality videos. Over time, though, the company today, and as of 2022, has really been focused on delivering experiences in the collaboration space around collaboration apps. In 2022, I was at Zoom, and there was actually I met Andrew there, the CEO of PitchHub, Andrew Devlin, and the company had actually created a teleprompter application for Zoom that ran inside the Zoom client. So we have been expanding upon that, and there's some pretty exciting stuff coming out. And so that's where the company's at today. We have that great studio platform, but we also have integration into Zoom meetings and Zoom webinar.
So really, I think you could describe PitchHub as a application or service that helps people present better in remote video environments. Now, as you said, you were at Zoom. Tell us a little bit about your role there and what attracted you to the PitchHub opportunity.
Yeah, so I've been in the unified communications and collaboration industry for a long time, and
Longer than you care to admit.
exactly. We'll just keep that amongst ourselves. But yeah, I've done hardware, software. I was at Poly and Electronics, and more recently at Zoom. And at Zoom, I was responsible for the global Zoom rooms and workspaces sales and go-to-market organization. Great team, great product, and just a great company. And that is kind of where I ran into PitchHub. I was at Zoomtopia 2022. Andrew Devlin, the CEO of PitchHub, reached out to me, and we met. And he showed me kind of the studio platform, but he also showed me the teleprompter application that he was building for Zoom. It was in beta at that time, and it was just a great story and just a natural extension of the Zoom collaboration experience. So at the time, what we were looking at in 2022 at Zoomtopia was really getting it integrated into the new product that we were launching at the time, which was called Sales IQ, which took artificial intelligence and helped you deliver better presentations. Well, teleprompter really just augmented that entire Zoom solution. So that's where we were at. The one thing that brought me to PitchHub after leaving Zoom earlier this year is really the product itself has just got incredibly high utility. It's intuitive. You know what a teleprompter is. You know how it can actually enhance and improve your performance while you're speaking. The application it's just really, really simple to install. I mean, if you've used the Zoom product, if you've used apps inside of Zoom, you can get the teleprompter app from PitchHub in the Zoom marketplace and install it, and you're ready to go in like less than a minute. It's really, really simple.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're a video pro with very little legwork on your own behalf. Just install the PitchHub app and off you go with a teleprompter and the other goodies that you offer presenters in the Zoom environment. Now, with you at PitchHub now, you're going even deeper in terms of PitchHub integration with Zoom. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Smart Gallery, for instance.
Yeah, so really exciting announcement that we had last couple weeks back, where the PitchUp teleprompter application is now leveraging the Zoom Layers API. This is a new API that was announced by Zoom, and what it really does do for applications. Let me paint this picture to you historically. So traditionally, applications that ran inside of the Zoom meetings client were either to the side or they were in front. And when they were in front, like our teleprompter app, it was a great experience, but you couldn't see anybody. So it was great for you, but not great if you're trying to engage with your audience. With the Layers API now, we take advantage of that, and we've delivered a new functionality we call Audience View, where you can have the teleprompter going, you can give your presentation, but you can also engage with and see the people that are on the meeting. So that's the application side from PitchHub. On the Zoom side, they've been innovating around equitable meeting experiences in the room for years. And a few years back, they announced something called Smart Gallery. And what that really is if you think of a meeting conferencing room and you're a participant in that room, you want to be able to, well, have the same experience you did when you were at home working as you were in the office. And that experience, as we were all remote, was being able to see the people you're talking to on a video call. When people started to come back into the office, Zoom realized early on that the conference room, as it was, could not deliver an experience that was the same. So
Yeah,
what they
you're looking. You got one camera. You're looking down that bowling alley, and it's not really conducive to engagement, is it?
exactly, if you do that in a 4-seated room, it's bearable. But if you get into an 8-seated room or 12 or 20 seats in a room, it's just not manageable, and you really can't tell. You're like looking at ants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Smart Gallery technology really focused on delivering equity to the remote participants, so you can actually see who you're talking to. And so they took a single video stream. They were able to actually use machine learning algorithms to parse out all the faces and then present those as first-class citizens up front, so you could actually see everyone in the room. They improved upon that, and they just, I think it was last month, they announced the Intelligent Director, which is a multi-camera, multi-stream implementation of Smart Gallery. So, long-winded way of saying, if you take the Layers API with PitchHub and you're delivering your presentation and you combine that with Smart Gallery or Intelligent Director for larger rooms, you can see, not only deliver your presentation well, but you can actually see everybody in the room. And so they really go well together.
So on your confidence monitor, when you're standing up in front of people or at the front of the conference room, you might be looking in your teleprompter, and then you have the videos of all the other people kind of who are watching you at that time. You can kind of gauge the facial expressions of those who might be dozing off during your exciting presentation.
That never happens. What are you talking about? I mean,
Absolutely.
it's always riveting, right? Yeah.
That's right. Everything that tumbles out of the CEO's mouth is exciting. So, but it is important for them to see what's happening with the audience, and that's what Smart Gallery integration with PitchHub does, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lets you really connect with the people you're presenting to.
So you're also making a push into mobile device presentations. Tell us a little bit about that.
So one of the things that we've heard from our customers is really, hey, I'm on the road or I'm, going to class, and I just need something where I can present and have that script there and have that extra level of confidence when I'm delivering that presentation. So what we announced last week was the support for the teleprompter app inside of Zoom Mobile. So this allows a lot of use cases for mobile users. It could be you're a salesperson on the go. Could be that you're, delivering that presentation to a customer from your hotel room. Could be a student talking to a teacher or delivering a presentation to a teacher or a lawyer. There's a lot of different use cases for it, but the utility factor is high. And so, we were very pleased to announce that last week.
So you're on a good path in terms of product development with PitchHub, but here in Intelligent Video today, we always bring up the two-letter question: AI. What in the heck are you doing with AI to enhance the capabilities of the platform?
Yeah, I mean that is the word, but it's actually the reality. I mean, the AI can benefit users to an incredible level, and we're just scratching the surface as far as understanding true capabilities and use cases for it. That being said, first and foremost is really for me is to keep focus on the customer and understand the workflows that customer is going through before they use our product and after they use our product and while they're using our product, of course. That being said, I think there are improvements that we can definitely leverage AI to help the user with. Could be from evaluating their script for grammatical errors, or maybe even regional errors. If you're speaking in certain regions, maybe you want to, say things a little bit differently. So weaving in geolocation factors. It could be timing, when to speed up, when to slow down. Being able to actually translate. So there's all of these things just from the script, which is the center of our presentation. But then, if I want to go a little bit further and, think about how it could evolve even further is, leveraging things like computer vision, voice recognition, in addition to natural language processing, and being able to understand how your presentation is not only, how you're saying it, but also how others are perceiving it. So, being able to leverage things like sentiment analysis, gaze detection to know if people are nodding off while you're actually presenting to them. All of that, all those technologies could be leveraged into the platform to deliver, that next level experience.
Well, that's really fascinating stuff, and really I see you in the catbird seat when it comes to understanding what's happening in the enterprise communications market space. You've spent some time at Zoom. Now you're at PitchHub and developing an application targeted to address a specific challenge within the enterprise communications universe. What do you see happening in terms of workplace communication trends, and how does that inform what you're doing at PitchHub right now?
Yeah, so I mean, it's an exciting time in the actual workspace market. I mean, today's hybrid work, real estate real estate sizes are changing, office spaces are being reconfigured, people are trying to bring people into work. There's a lot of things going on. The one thing that is clear is that companies are trying to provide the utmost in flexibility for their employees. And there are many platforms that companies are using that actually provide that flexibility. It could be solutions from Zoom. They have a great set for workspace, meetings, et cetera, for hybrid work. But there's companies also that have great solutions like Microsoft, Cisco, and Google that are all enabling these companies to keep their workers productive, regardless of if they're in the office or if they're outside of the office. And I think a product strategy for a company like PitchHub really revolves around focusing on how do you make sure that you're touching the customer, whatever platform they have decided to use at work. And that's really for us to actually mimic that flexibility that we're seeing in today's work environment.
And sometimes people aren't just using one application, are they?
That's correct. It's not unusual for someone to, let's say, internally they're using Teams, Microsoft Teams for chat and for inside video calls. But for external calls, they may use Zoom, or they may use Zoom Webinar for customer presentations. They may use Cisco WebEx internally and Zoom. So there's different combinations. It's really best of breed, and it's really the platform selection is flexible enough for these businesses to have, like you're saying, more than one. So,
And I guess that means that we have a application that's a bit ambidextrous in terms of its integration down the line, huh?
one could definitely, one can make that assumption that yes, you can definitely see that in the future.
Excellent. Well, we'll be watching the progress of PitchHub very closely in the months and years ahead. Cary Bran, Interim Chief Product Officer at PitchHub, thanks so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you, and have a great day.
Great. And thanks to all our audience for tuning in. And be sure to hit subscribe on that YouTube button if you want to get more insight from thought leaders in the intelligent video space like Cary Bran. For Intelligent Video Today, I'm Steve Onderhaar. Thanks for your time.